Follow at DJ Rich Rock on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat.
Well, welcome back to Rock Fridays. My name is Kareem Boyatings, and I do have a show right here on News Talk 93 FM every Tuesday 8 to 11, and we have Amari online with us. I don't know why it is reconnecting, but we're going to get in some questions. I do see the responses on Twitter. The Boyatings After Dark hashtag is actually trending #1 on Twitter from the interview start.
Hold on.
No one.
It's Friday, people.
Yeah,
give me a little something, little strength.
No one. Listen up, people. This is the show to listen every Friday, 2 to 6.
Yes.
2 to 6, right here on News Talk 93 FM. Them play a bag of music. It's a vibe.
Straight energy.
Man.
Music, man. Vibe. It's a party on a Friday.
Right.
Forget about the work lower than.
Lord God. So when I leave work and all these things,
the right
play it. So we still have Amari on the line. Amari, so we're #1 trending on Twitter, right? So I'm going to just kind of freelance and ask some questions that I'm actually seeing from your fans or from persons who are just very intrigued.
As she called them, the goodies.
Right,
her
from your goodies.
Yes.
Yes.
So you made reference to your body being work of God. Somebody's asking the tattoo that is in your forehead, what exactly is that for? What does that symbolize?
I don't know about other people, but I know that I put it there because it's like I knew that symbol from somewhere.
Right.
Like you lived a life before.
Yes.
And to me, I'm saying that I'm on a higher level, and my third eye, I make use of my third eye ever since I was a child. And you know how I ended up with that tattoo? This bump came out in my forehead over and over again. And if you ask my goodies, I was like, I'm tired of this bump popping out in my forehead. And I decided to cover it. And I ended up putting the tattoo, and ever since I put the tattoo, it came back no more. And somebody told me that's because my third eye was opening up,
Yes.
But where you see the eye, that's where the bump kept popping out over and over.
Yes.
And so that's how that came about.
All right, so
your third eye is now open based on the tattoo. You believe that it's now open?
I think it's been open from I was a child, but I believe that being raped, molested, battered over the years, I believe that it cast a dark cloud over it. But I believe just like Moses fought 40 years in the wilderness, I think I was raped. I was raped at 11 years old, and 40 years later, I'm 51 years old. So I believe that now I'm free, from that bondage.
Well, I thank God that you're free.
To some aspect, yeah. So it's time for the climb, yeah.
All right, and so as it relates to your music, what is your place in dancehall? Where do you see yourself? What is your position currently? Because as I said to you before, there are persons who just believe that all this is comedic. Do you see yourself doing this full time, full out, or it's just something just for now?
Full time, but dancehall is not big enough for me. I need far more challenges because there's no one that is of any challenge to me in dancehall.
Yes.
I would have to take it way beyond dancehall because, as you may very well be aware of, I write many genres of music. I write rhythm and blues, reggae, gospel, EDM, compa. I write every genre of music you can possibly think of. I'm about to write a song in Spanish, and I sing in tongues. So dancehall could never hold a person like me.
So you're fluent in Spanish as well?
Dancehall. Yeah, I studied Spanish. If I hear it, I can interpret it real fast, but I'm not like totally good at it, but I love it. But I'm gonna write Nico in Spanish right now, and that's it. But like I say, it goes far beyond dancehall. Dancehall don't even sound like dancehall anymore. And if you notice my song, what I want to introduce to the world though is dancehall mixed with hip-hop, which I've been introducing in songs like Titanium and Superstar.
Right.
I want to bring something unique to the table. Yeah.
Okay, and who do you make music for exactly? when you're writing a song, do you say that this is just for your fans, or you're writing music for, you know, women who you want to empower? Because you said that you're an influencer. So who do you make songs for? What is your target market?
Well, first I write the song based on my experience, and then I transform the song to a certain form where everyone can relate to it.
Yes.
So I may say Trevor mash up my life. And then I try to come up with a name that everyone can relate to or call their man by that name. But I'm not really singing to empower women. I'm singing in regards to what I've been through.
Right.
I also have empathy for men, because I do believe that the system is not fair to them. They you know, and I really feel it for men, especially when you're telling a man to support his child, but there are no jobs, you know? So it's basically relating to everyone based on my experiences or what I've seen or what I've learned.
Okay, and I know that you have 13 kids. What are the ages? What's the youngest and what's the oldest?
I had my first child when I was like 14 years old, so that would make that child what, David?
37?
About 36 years old. Yeah, right. And the youngest, they're like 15 years old, twins.
Right. So for your 15-year-old twins, and they're both women, how do they feel about your social media post and some of the antics that you have carried on with on social media?
They're in agreement with everything. The only thing they want me to be nice to Shenseea. That's all. I think they're a fan of hers.
I'm not going to get into that now, Amari. Here we go on now, no, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've spoken vividly, openly about you empowering women, and you like, you know, you spoke about, you know, dancehall male artists always putting down women. You spoke about, you know, women needs to be empowered. However, you're contradicting yourself, because for the past week, I see a kind of, you know, it's going at Shenseea. You've made some comments about Koffee that personally I don't like. You've spoken openly about Spice a lot. Is it personal things, or is it that, you know, it's for attention?
No, what I say is what I say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with women empowerment, because a lot of women are trash, and if you trash, you trash. You know what I'm saying? I and some women may have a woman body, but they have the heart of an animal. They're beasts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to tell nobody that I'm a mentor for women and empowering women or nothing like that. The most I will say I'm of truth. And I think that the females that I've come up against are females that are rather selfish, because I know what I've been through online, and they have never been there for me. They had the voice to be there for me. Because in case you don't know, I was bullied for over 4 years online. That's why I ended up in the shelter.
Right.
And I never see a spy step forward and said, listen, this is a mother of 13 children. Before I can empower any woman, I have to empower myself. I'm a mother of 13 children. I consider myself a queen.
Right.
And I've been bullied online constantly. The government have been called on me by onliners to take away my kids. My truck have been taken away. They have called my appointment. And that was men doing these things to me. They have had my online funeral online and everything. And if I was in the position of especially people like Spice, I would have come forward and said, listen, you can't be doing this to a mother.
Right.
She have done nothing to you all. You all need to step back and think about what you're doing. But they always feel like if they say nothing, they're safer than saying something. That's the thing about Spice. She feel like saying like, I've never heard of Amari. To your kids, but as somebody that consider yourself to be the queen of dancehall, you ought to be a mother for other people,
so
other people's kids. She was never there for me and my children.
Hold on, Amari. Hold on. I realize that you're very passionate about the topic. I just want to remind you that we're broadcasting. We're broadcasting
I'm very
live.
Passionate about it, because only God knows what I went through.
I just want to remind you though. that we're broadcasting live, so or what we say, it's broadcasting throughout the airwaves and language. You
I
have to
know
be careful.
that, but I never said anything explicit. Being passionate and explicit are two different things.
Yes, I agree.
So essentially, you're saying that you just believed that throughout all that you've been through for the past 4 years, you felt that Spice could have, defended you, or female artists in general could have said, hey, this is a woman also, she has kids, let us just stop the bullying and, come together for you. Basically, that's what you're saying.
Yes, because me and my kids, we lived on the streets.
Yes.
We lived on the streets, and we were calling on people to help us. Mm-hmm. And when money was sent to us, they reported us to Western Union, MoneyGram, so we couldn't get the money. I ended up having to take surgery. All these things were on YouTube. Mm-hmm. She can't tell me she didn't see anything. I had to take surgery. They sent people to take away my kids, saying that I was on drugs. I was not on drugs. They tested me, found out that I was not on drugs. They then told them that I was insane. They tested me again. Then that didn't work. Then they tried other means. Then at one time, 5 cops came to lock me up. Another time, 8 cops came to lock me up. Dr. Love was online doing all kind of stuff, and they oh my gosh, they would go online and said, hey people, this is a bad woman. We need to separate her from her kids. Mm-hmm. The only way we can cause her to commit suicide is having her kids taken from her. So we need you all to get on the phone, dial this number, and report her. When I lived in Florida, in California, they got 149 calls within 1 hour reporting me. Reporting me for no reason. You understand? Even driving on the road, they would call me and say certain things. I would crash, my vehicle write off and everything. You don't do that to a mother. And we are all Jamaicans. So I expected at least one famous person
to reach out to you
and said, no. Yeah, reach out to me, help me. I was crying out. I was online crying and everything. And like I say, she has the most stupid way of saying, I never heard of her. But one thing I have to tell her, you will be hearing of me. Even when you have your hair plugs on, because of you ignoring the cry of a mother. You understand? If you don't like me, I can understand. But my children were crying out. I was crying out. And all that time, you failed to give a listening voice. All you were busily doing was being online and talking that people must go ask their mother. That
but let me ask you a question though, Amari. Let me just ask you real quick, right? I do understand exactly what you're saying, but for me personally, is it Spice's responsibility though? Did you try to reach out to Spice any at all doing all of this?
Let me tell you, I reached out to the world.
Yes.
And there were goodies. That's why I love my goodies. My goodies tried to be there for me. If Spice could have noticed Candy when Candy was in the gutters, and I have a far louder voice than Candy, she could have noticed me.
Okay.
But like I say, she liked to let things go unnoticed.
Okay, okay.
And she only noticed what she wants to notice.
So we're going to move on from Spice.
It's not about Spice. I'm talking about all the females in the industry. I will never respect them because I see them online. They're posting cars. They're posting hair, talking what falls there and whose hair is real. They're not dealing with matters of the heart. They have to realize that fame is not about bragging and boasting and wanting people to worship and adore them. Fame is about serving the people. They got it backwards.
Okay.
And giving back.
So we're going to move on from Spice, Amari. So the next thing though, you've made some comments about Koffee and you've kind of alluded to her sexuality as well. A lot of persons were up in arms for that comment and they just felt as if that was far-fetched because really and truly, she never provoked you. So people was just like, she was just there.
The thing about me, I really don't care what anybody think or how they feel. If my spirit tell me to say something, I'm going to say it. And I think that Koffee needs to bring out the feminine side of her. Like you say, I'm a fashionist. And she needs to bring out that feminine beauty. But like me and others, a lot of us have been molested or certain things have happened in our life in regards to our parents not being there for us, and it causes us to bring out another side. So that is my way of empowering her, because I believe that if I put my fashion on her and I put my touch on her, she will be a very beautiful woman. And if you're talking about such statement, there are so many people, even our own Jamaicans, that are talking about who she with, whether man or woman. People are saying far more. That's not my business. But I like to see the beauty brings out in women. I love that, and I like to put my touch on her.
But what about people who just believe that that is just not your place to speak on somebody else's appearance? Because
no, I said,
yes.
Well, listen.
Go ahead.
I can make a suggestion. That don't mean you have to take it. But I've been living in a country for over 30 years where it's free speech. So I'm free to say anything that I want to say. That don't mean you have to follow my suggestion. It's your life. You got to live life your way. You understand? But I remember after being hurt and everything, I started to look masculine, wear masculine pants and everything, add my femininity. I even blamed my beauty on being raped and molested. And it took me forever to find back myself. I can tell you who's lost and who's not, but I can tell you that femininity is a beautiful thing.
All right.
And I have yet to reach there, but I'm working on it.
Okay, and so I've seen that Shenseea actually did a video, singing your song, because as you said that this song is the #1 trending song, so I would assume that everybody's gonna sing it. So what was the issue when Shenseea actually sang the song and posted it on her social platform?
The issue is not with Shenseea. The issue is with the dirty-minded people that contacted me and said that it should have been Shensea's song, that I shouldn't be singing it, and that it's my song. If Shenseea wants a song to be her song, write it, or ask me to write for her. But her fan base came down on me at the heights of my success, telling me that song should never be mine. I don't go for that. I don't go for that. And if you were in my shoe, you would not feel good about it either. But I have nothing against Shenseea in regards to singing the song, but she sort of wanted to make the song her own. She even came up with the Nika walk. I don't go for that. Everybody got to be creative. They got to be original. They mustn't always jump on people train. You can tell people intentions. My triangle is not in my forehead for no reason. I have insight, and I can tell when somebody is going with a trend. I can tell the difference with going with a trend and wanting to take that trend from me.
So you do believe that Shenseea is
spotlight from me.
So you do believe that Shenseea right now is trying to take your spotlight, basically. In essence, that's what you're saying.
Oh, she's not important because she can't. No one can. That's not important. But I should say, she never once mentioned Amari or Amari did a good song. It was just trying to sing the song her way, and she overdid it straight up.
Okay.
If
who don't like what I say, that's their problem. But I'm saying what I feel. So many people sang my song, but that is the one person that wanted that song. Like, God, why did you give it to Amari? That's how I felt.
Wow.
But apart from that, Shenseea is a very beautiful girl, one of the most beautiful artists out of Jamaica. I don't know nothing more about her more than she have a beautiful name. And if she's not, I'm not even compared to myself, and I'm not gonna lie, she's a very beautiful girl, and she may be the most beautiful artist out of Jamaica. But don't play with Amari. Amari don't play. Straight up.
Yeah. But if Shenseea did reach out to you and said, Amari, I need a song, would you write it for her? Would you have written a song for her?
Of course. I admire her. I admire her beauty. I would write 4 or 5 songs for her. I'm willing to write for a lot of people in the industry. But you know what hurts me? I love Spice more than all of them. But she thinks she's all that. And I know that she's been hurt in life. She can't trust people or nothing. But I think that when you reach a certain level, and you see someone who's trying to reach that level, you should make them feel like they can do it. if it's even to say, Amari, I see, you got a song, congrats.
Yeah.
But you just selfish, and you trying to hold the door like you can't hold it when God is the one who's in control, and you don't want nobody to pass you. I don't like those evil ways.
Okay.
I will knock her off her what you call it?
Throne?
Imaginary throne.
Okay.
Or imaginary throne.
Okay, and so in lighter topics, you posted a video, and it was sort of a very sexual compromising video. Was that a real video? Because a lot of persons kind of pinpoint you to be what's the word or the phrase that I'm looking for? Like you are an attention seeker, then, so to speak. Was that a real video, or was it a leak tape? What exactly was that?
No, I'm a businesswoman. You have a song that has so much life.
Mm-hmm.
The first life it's gonna have is women crying out and saying life. So I just took the song on another dimension. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a CEO.
Yeah.
All right. So
ain't nobody smarter than me when it comes to business and the music industry.
Yeah.
So was it a real video though, or was it just an act just to promote the song?
The thing is, a video is only real to it cannot. Even if I say it's real, but you don't feel it, it can be real to me, but it's not real to somebody else. So it's as real as you want it to be.
Okay, noted. And so I've seen a lot of videos, on your YouTube with you and your boyfriend Colin in a lot of physical altercations and stuff like that. I know you're your own big man, but then 1 minute you're telling women to appreciate themselves, and 1 minute you're saying that abuse and stuff like that is even if it's just verbal abuse is not supposed to be happening. But I've seen countless amount of times where you and this person kind of get into it. What you say?
Well, let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. First of all, don't make me out to be no mentor. If you go on my Blog Talk radio show, you will see that I'm a sinner. I'm no mentor for women.
Right.
You understand? They got to be their own mentors. I'm just living my life.
Yeah.
And basically, if I see a relationship, every relationship have problems. You only don't see it in the forefront. If I value a relationship, I will continue to work towards it. But if we're going to talk about abuse, I would say that I abuse Colin far more than he abused me. I'm the aggressor.
Oh, you're the aggressor?
Oh, yeah. Based on my past and everything that I've been through, I'll throw a rum bottle at him in a second. You understand? So I have to, this relationship is bringing me back to becoming that woman. I've always been the man in the relationship. I don't talk to all these years. I didn't talk to him gently. I shouted, I screamed, going through menopause and everything. Don't want him to touch me. Don't want to have intercourse. I wasn't living at all. But what I want to say to people, it's okay to go through these changes after you have your children, after you've been raped, after you've been molested. It's okay. And life is a journey. Eventually, you will get there. People are quick to point out the things that you do while on the journey, but they never think about your destination. It could be beautiful. All
right, Amari, quickly,
it could be beautiful
because we have to kind of
journey.
We have to kind of wrap up the interview. So just quickly, what do you have in store for your fans, and if you have anything to say to them before you go?
Well, what I have in store for my fans is some brand new songs. I have 60 songs that I've yet to promote, but I want to come with something fresh, something new. My upcoming song, what it's called? Alaska. I'm working on Alaska right now. And they're going to love it.
And before you go though, Amari, the wig that you currently have on, where did you get that? In Jamaica, or you bought that in abroad?
No, I bought like 8 of these. I bought at a store in Orlando. Yeah, different colors.
So why you don't open a wig line?
No, not a wig line. I haven't thought about that as yet, but I know that I'll be selling. I would like to sell feminine pads with my name.
Okay, no problem. All right, well, feminine pads. All right, Amari, we thank you so much for joining.
Hold on, before we wrap up things, Amari, if for bookings or for persons who want to reach out to you, where do they go?
On our Instagram.
Okay, you can always call me at 310 869 5250. It's 310-869-5250, or you can go to my website, phantomfireworksrecordlabel.com. You'll find all my songs there, all my pages, etc. Phantom like a ghost, fireworksrecordlabel.com.
All right, thank you so much, Amari. And as I said to you before, this interview is the #1 trending topic on Twitter. So there's a lot of people that saying a lot of things, and we do thank you for sharing your stories and being very, very much open.
Yes, very vocal as well.
Yes, very vocal. There's just some sort of things that I don't really agree with you on, but you've said your piece, and that's fine.
I know. Yeah, it's not supposed to be that way. We're supposed to agree and disagree.
Yes.
It makes a very beautiful show.
Yes.
But I thank you all also for having me, and I hope to be in studio one of these days.
All right.
Wear one of the wig them when you're coming back, please. And the white boots.
Oh, I'll wear a long one.
And the white boots, please.
Definitely.
The white boots is a definite.
Could you ask the fans to follow me on Facebook, facebook.com /Amari777. Also, Instagram.com/Amari_DJ Mona Lisa _official.
All right, Amari, thank you so much, and have yourself a good day. Big up Colin and big up CJ.
Yeah. Definitely. Thank you.
Zina,
Take care,
Nico
guys.
too.
And
Nico.
No, CJ is Nico.
Oh.
No, thumbs down.
All right, Amari, thank you for vibing with us. All right, people, there you have it. Amari on the line, boy at things. Yo, Twitter blow up, We're going to pay the bills, Richard. We're going to chit-chat a little bit before he brought out here and juggle some more music. 2 to 6, Rock Fridays.
You mash up me like. You mash up me like. Sing.
Yes.
I tell you. Ah, boy.
Listen. It was a
healthy discussion.
It was an interview, and that's what interviews supposed to be,
Yes.
And that's what I'm gonna say. I don't like when artists goes on interviews and the interviewer is being very biased and just I want to talk about them something that the people them really and truly wants to hear.
The questions are there,
Right.
and somebody is put in place
So
to ask
even
those
if it is that she's
questions.
getting upset, I mean, you can see there were more than one times where she kind of gotten, loud and agitated and whatever. But that is it. May I try to jaw out that out of you. But thank you so much for Amari. Thank you for everybody that has tuned in. We're tuning in. We're trending on Twitter, and I know that the conversation is going to continue. So it's going to trend for a while. We need to have Amari in studio because Jaja.
We'll work on it. It can happen. It can happen.
Definitely.
It can happen. But boy, I think.
Yeah, man, respect. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Remember, people, Rock Fridays, every Friday, 2 o'clock to 6 p.m.
Yep.
Right here on New Start 93 FM is the baddest thing. If you want to just vibe, hear some music.
New music, new stuff.
You understand me?
Energy.
Here's the place. Remember, Boy Things After Dark is coming back as of this Tuesday. So they look at 2 weeks break. We're forward back. Same vibe, same everything.
So Tuesday night's buzzy again.
So before I go, let me just say, once again, people, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Kareem Boya Things. Be great. You have a purpose. You are great. Your things from Boya Things.
Right, there you have it, people. Boya Things. We invite him in. Him shoot up the little over there a while ago. It was a great vibe. Remember, this Tuesday on our YouTube Rock Fridays. At Rock Fridays, you can subscribe from now because when we'll show it up, we know you don't want to miss the interview. If you notice I didn't talk much, make the guest host do the hosting job. Yeah, man? So right now we got some soca music to take us up until 5 o'clock. Yep, so you don't want to miss this 30 minutes where we are going to just juggle some song, It's Rock Friday, 2 to 6. Boy, are things. Or is things? Things. Oh. Because it have a buzz. Yeah, Tuesday. Alright, boss. Travel safe, alright? It's all about Rock Fridays. Continue the vibe. 2 to 6. New Start 93 FM. Rock it.
Sing.
Follow at DJ Rich Rock on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. Follow at DJ Rich Rock on Instagram, Twitter.